Hey,
Ah,
reviews.
back up in here, yo.
How does it end?
Bas-
Godzilla, king of the monsters.
Basically, life grows after all the destruction, and it's better for the world that Godzilla destroyed most of the stuff.
All right, so Godzilla wins. Very oddly though, so apparently Godzilla needs humanity's help to get powered up from a nuclear blast because, we hit him with a bomb that sucks away all oxygen
Yeah.
for a 2 mile radius. Um, all kinds are wrong with that plot device. So again, we hinder him. He's literally already beating Ghidorah in the ocean, and we cause him to basically lose. And Ghidorah starts to
Yeah, they
rage.
thought, oh, the bomb will kill both of them. Wrong. It only got one.
Yeah. So it ends on a high note, right? Godzilla wins. How he wins is I'll get into that in a second here. But basically, Godzilla wins. There's lots of foreshadowing that there's leading up to a potential third film that involves this character. Throughout this film, there's mentions of Skull Island and
Yes.
Kong, which they strategically place on purpose because the next big film they have coming, no surprise, is going to be Godzilla versus Kong, basically. Not sure if that's the actual working title. It might be the other way around. Not sure how they want to do that. I suspect, though, we were talking. I suspect because bum 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 bum. Remember, this is
After
spoilers.
credits.
After credits scene that basically one of Ghidorah's heads that Godzilla bit off when they were in Mexico. Later on regrows, but that head he bit off has been collected, and they're gonna buy it so they can use it for basically alien/monster DNA. And who knows what they're gonna do with that thing?
Yeah.
Probably create a clone that they can control
or remake it or reanimate it
do
or
something. Yeah. So we think ultimately that will be the big bad in the Kong versus
Yeah,
Godzilla.
they'll fight each other and then they'll end up having a team up together.
Yeah, there'll be some because they even hint. Zing Ziyi basically says they're like he's on our side, and she goes for now.
Yeah.
So they're trying to hint that maybe Godzilla won't be a noble king, and perhaps maybe he'll turn on humanity, even though
And
he
then
legit
King
has no
Kong
reason.
will come to save the day.
Yeah, even though he legit has no reason to turn on us. All he's ever done is stop impeding doom every single time until humans are stupid enough to go and start shooting at him and everything else.
Yeah.
So, but overall, so Ghidorah, they explain later on, is technically not of this world.
Yes.
Although I think again, this is like another plot hole. Like, so he fell to this earth, and Godzilla basically was keeping him in check.
Yes.
Right? He never actually like beat him, but like he supposedly like fell from space. He's another Titan/monster on Earth, and Godzilla has basically been battling him, keeping him in check until, for whatever reason, however this happens, he gets frozen in ice.
Yeah.
Like a lot of ice.
And he got knocked out and froze over or hibernated.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but
they don't really explain how all these Titans just all of a sudden hibernated and went to sleep.
yeah, they don't
at the
explain
same
that
time.
because in the first Godzilla, in my personal opinion, they totally messed up by making it seem like those other monsters basically had been battling with Godzilla back and forth because they were showing like the bones and stuff like that. So it made it seem like generation after generation of these monsters. Whereas in this film, they make it seem like it's the same monster that just kind of happens to be alive, and sometimes a new version comes along.
Yeah.
Right. So it's very strange.
And there's supposed to be 17 of these
That they know
monsters
of.
that they know of, but you only see like 6 in the entire movie.
Yeah, like a legit 6. Which one of them looks like a real large Pokemon. So, and another one kind of resembles what we were saying from what's that movie?
Cloverfield.
Oh, Cloverfield. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the big monster from Cloverfield. I'm like, so you just stole that and threw it in here? Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, realistically, we came to see monsters. We wanted to see monsters. We wanted to see a lot of monsters. I mean, heck, at the very end, when Godzilla actually beats Ghidorah, by the way, probably the best part of the whole film is towards the end where you have like a super freaking powered Godzilla, which again begs the question. Like later on in this film, you have Godzilla reaches like an OP basically point where he's just like ridiculously strong. He's gonna go like supernova pretty much at this point with his radiation, and then later on he's just gonna like fizzle out, like the radiation just gonna dissipate.
Yeah, I think he just he just used all it up because he basically just expelled it from his body.
Yeah. So I'm just like, so then like you made him stronger than he'll be in this film than he probably will be later on down the road.
Yeah.
Don't know if you pull out that big gun already, right? Maybe you should have saved that one. But they don't really explain the connection between Mothra, who they say is heralded as the queen of monsters.
Like they have like a little symbiotic relationship, but they don't really get into it. They don't really interact, but like once.
Yeah, like there's the one time when like, there's a couple where like Mothra's like talking to him and like he's talking back. But that's over the ocean. They don't really show that, and they don't really talk about it too much. And then later on, when he's about to fight, like Mothra shows up, like, "Yo, what up? I got your back." And then, like just before Ghidorah tries to like finish off Godzilla, Mothra's like climbs up on top of him, like, "I'm here to protect you."
Yeah, and then gets annihilated.
Gets destroyed by Ghidorah's basically like yellow rays.
And then dust or whatever, pollen or whatever comes down on Godzilla, which they don't explain what it actually
does. Like the stuff when you pick up a moth with your fingers and it comes off on it.
They don't really explain. They don't really explain what it does to him. Like,
and he like turns like red instead of blue, like supercharged or whatever.
Like it helps him like control his new power. I don't know what it does because they didn't explain it.
And then Ghidorah's like trying to suck his power out.
Yeah,
which is also weird.
Also weird. He starts like biting him and trying to take the power.
Like Godzilla like turns red, and then like Ghidorah turns red.
It was like the whole ending didn't really get explained too well.
Like someone did a really bad job trying to write the end of the film. So.
And
didn't do a good job writing the end of the film.
The issue I had was, okay, so you had all four monsters at one time battling all at the same time. And the focus of this movie was the people on the ground. The actual monster battle, in their mind, was secondary in this movie. Like, the camera's here, and you pan up, like, oh, yeah, Godzilla's fighting. And then they pan back down. And it's like,
it's background.
Yeah, like it's background. The huge fight that you want to see is background in this movie.
Like this right here, see that? Like the person behind him? Or or this over here?
Yeah.
That? Right? Like
the ship.
The ship, that. Those are the focus. And then like the monsters just flying around. Or like Ghidorah and Godzilla are battling, but they're like, "Where's Madison?
Yeah,
where's Madison?
We're looking for this little girl."
Who the fuck cares? Right? I want to see Godzilla rock this fool. Like he was winning before when he was in the ocean, and now all of a sudden, even though he's powered up, they make the joke like, "He looks like he's been working out. Godzilla's looking really jacked." You're hyping him up that he's winning, but then you have him losing.
Yeah.
When he was beating him the first time, without being powered up.
Yeah.
And then they blow up his like ancient home.
Yeah.
Because their best idea to help Godzilla heal faster, because the world can't wait. We gotta interrupt Godzilla's normal healing process.
Yeah.
Let's hit him with a nuclear blast.
Right.
And that will give him the radiation faster. But it will also blow up his entire base of operations pretty much.
Yeah.
Like the place where Godzilla used to go to chill and get radiation normally.
Yeah, totally. That's what you want to do. That's what Godzilla wanted the entire time. His home to be destroyed.
Terrible.
I mean, terrible. I feel like they showed more of the Rodan and Mothra fight than they did the Godzilla fight.
Like, I mean, Godzilla and Ghidorah like face off technically 3 times.
Yeah.
Right? So kind of early on in Antarctica, later on in Mexico, and then once again in Boston. Not too far. Basically in Fenway Park.
Yes.
I see what you did there. It was not a battle of the Bronx, though. But yeah, we definitely wanted more. I think everyone who walks out of this theater will kind of want more. I really hope they get it right on the third one. I'm still gonna go see it when it's King Kong versus Kong versus Godzilla. I do like the fact that towards the end of the credits, they were talking about how monsters are drawn to the island,
Yeah.
and then they find another massive egg. So I'm curious what that'll be about because the creatures that Kong kills on Skull Island look very similar to the type of beasts that basically have been attacking. Kind of like a mixture of like Rodan with maybe the first ones from the first Godzilla.
Yeah.
Also, towards the end of this, where Godzilla wins and all the other monsters are bowing to him like in submission, there's only 4.
There's only.
And which one of the 4 is a recycled monster from the first one?
Yes. And then Rodan bows down, and he kind of gives Rodan a look like, you gonna bow? Because you just was fighting my boy over here, Mothra. So, you bowing? Rodan's like, yes.
Bowing. And then like this huge mammoth looking monster. Like,
And it's like, it looks like, kind of
he kind of looks like he has gorilla arms.
But then it has like tusks and.
Could just be bad CGI.
Yeah, at the time. There's like a bunch of monsters they kind of show like flashes and hints to, and you're just like, I want to see more of them. And they're currently fighting around the world, but we can't see them because we want to focus on this relationship that this dad and family.
They go on to say that there's this device called the Orca, which supposedly they initially created to speak to orcas, whales. Yeah. They do some, sci-fu is what I call it, some science basically on it, and now it can talk to Titans.
Yes, but it gives off like an alpha signal, so they're just like, oh, you're an alpha.
And so it can give off threatening or kind waves. It's funny though, because they say in the beginning that they don't know how to do either one, but then moments later, the Doctor knows exactly what frequency to make them go attack and then be friendly. So, I don't know.
They're like, okay, then, oh, we're cool. Mothra's relaxed. All right, now we're gonna start waking everybody up because we know what frequencies and make them mad and wake them up.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Also, kind of a letdown. Like it was an interesting plot device at first, but then it kind of tanks really hard, really fast.
Yeah.
The other thing I thought was interesting as well, from my perspective, anyways, was that there's lots of mentions to Kong, but like nothing going on where he's at. Like he doesn't get disturbed by.
Yeah, like, they say like there's like stuff happening in Kong Island. And they said there's monsters waking up, but they never show like Skull Island. And they talk about like there's stuff happening on Skull Island, but they never show it. They never show.
There's no flash to show anything that's going on there. The only mention is at the very end of the film where they show like headlines on newspapers and stuff like that. But they don't even say what Kong is doing during all this.
They don't really ever mention.
Like is he over there keeping things in check or what is he doing? And it basically, they do make one mention that supposedly all the monsters are leaving their
and going to Skull Island,
like their habitat supposedly. And then like they're all at the end of this, they're going to Skull Island. But it was interesting to me that even though Ghidorah was supposed to be like making this call and waking up all the monsters, like technically Kong was already awake, so he would have been just like, I don't know who this fool is. Like I'm not responding, basically. To that effect, maybe. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes in the future.
Yeah.
Any other plot points you want to talk about?
Other than that, I mean, you can talk about the family plot point that no one cares about. That
unnecessary.
That was unnecessary, and the family trying to keep together, and the mom basically double crosses everybody to.
Which is in the trailer.
Yeah.
Thanks for spoiling it before we watched it. Studio.
Yeah, she was basically supposed to study them all and, keep them in hibernation or dormant. But no, she double crossed and tries waking everybody up. And then the family breaks up and then she, sacrifices herself at the end.
Because, she felt bad for basically effing everyone on the earth.
Yeah, to let Godzilla come in and heal and come back.
And she's like, long live the king.
Which... She would have died by the radiation blast, so she would have died really badly too.
Oh yeah, she definitely. Yeah, she.
They didn't show that.
Like Terminator 2 style, right? Like
she was right there in that blast, and it was
barbecued.
Yeah.
Like for real.
And then she had her daughter thinking that she was doing a good thing, and
which was crazy.
They're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna hurt them. I'm just gonna wake them all up."
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Okay, so like early on when she's like, Maddie, and then she goes, Madison. I was like, yo, did she just do some type of like voice like brainwashing?
Like,
Because you know how like she basically makes the device to speak on certain frequencies. I'm like, did she do something with her daughter too?
it's like, I said your full name. You need to listen to me now.
Yeah, like some kind of mind control or something, you know. Debo. No.
Like, I'm not playing that. This is just your here.
Yeah.
Now, don't go to your dad that, you know, cares about keeping people alive. Come here with me. So we
Also, talk about a character that does a really fast 180. The dad. I hate Titans. Kill them all. Well, I mean, I want Titans to die more than anybody, but you know, maybe don't aim your guns at Godzilla. Maybe he won't attack us. Okay, and now let's put our shields down to show him that we're not threatening.
Well, he basically told the guy, he was like, I mean, your guns, can it actually kill Godzilla? Because if it doesn't,
he's like, let's not make a threat that we can't keep.
Yeah, it's like, if you can't actually kill him, you need to go ahead and put them bad boys down and just be like, hey, I ain't here to hurt you.
Which led to the first jump scare of the film for everybody in my theater. A bunch of people jumped because I was in Adobe Cinema. Yeah, so when he went around, it was like all the way around the theater. I was like, whoa, okay. And like I did not get scared or startled because I'm like, he going something will happen. And then, but like everyone in my row was like,
no.
Dude almost lost the popcorn. The little kid next to me was like, oh, and like grabbed their dad. So it was funny.
Yeah.
So.
Which they tried to make jokes throughout the movie too, which didn't really land because we didn't really care about their interaction.
Yeah, we don't really want to hear the people talking about it. So paying all those high profile people, having the Lannisters in this film, having Ice Cube's son in this movie.
Which, he stayed there till the end. He didn't really die, but it was just like there was no point to all their characters being
Even
around.
the scene at the end where he's like, if I had parents like both y'all, I'd run away from home too.
And they're like, oh, we should go home. Like, no, we don't really care. Show Godzilla. Like,
yeah, go back to that fight. Like, do they just stop fighting to wait till you're done with your scene?
Yeah.
No.
Like a big, huge fight going on and everything else. And then, like, the house gets destroyed. You don't even see how that happens because they're cutting around people talking.
We just assume that it happened.
Yeah.
Right?
It was like, why are you cutting for people relationship? I didn't come here to see people. I came here to see Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
I want to see Godzilla fight monsters.
So that's it for How Does It End? We'll see you on the next one. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, the new subscribers.
Thank y'all. Share it to everybody.
All the shares, all the love. We appreciate you. Until next time. Peace.